Good evening and welcome to it. It is the OMU podcast with your host, Neto Machele, once again with another brilliant man of Muir. Guys, before we get into the interview, I'd like you to do one simple thing for me. Please go onto our social media pages and follow the social media pages. We love your engagement. Like and subscribe on our YouTube channel so that you can get informed every time we upload new episodes of the OMU podcast. So we are available on LinkedIn as well as on Facebook and over there on YouTube. And because we are current, we're also on Instagram. So go check us out rather over on those social media platforms. Now, today, like every other second week, we've got another man of Muir. So let me give you a brief profile of who this guy is. So he went to Muir College and matriculated in 2014. He's what we call a true blue Muirite because he started from grade 4. So he's been at Muir for a very, very long time. He matriculated in 2014, as I said, studied law at Rhodes, and currently is a candidate attorney at, I almost said JC Leroux, I was thinking it's not the weekend, at Leroux Inc. I think they were the sponsors of a rugby team at some stage, but he's a candidate attorney over there. But none other than Siphesihle January. What's up, Spe?
Hello, Dagmeto. It's good. It's good. I hope you're good on your side as well. I just want to say I'm grateful to be here. Thanks for having me here, and it's an honor. I'm very grateful. But everything is good on my side. I'm just putting my head down, trying to work. As you say, I'm doing my articles right now.
Yeah.
I wrote my first exam in August, and trying to figure out my next step now.
Okay. So what is the next step? Like what do you want to, what is the bigger goal here? In terms of
Okay, the bigger goal in terms of my career, the bigger goal is trying to honestly put my hands in as much pies as I can in terms of the legal industry.
Okay.
But more specifically in corporate law, commercial stuff, I'm lucky enough. The firm I work in now, it does a lot of commercial stuff, so I get put right where I need to be in terms of being exposed to everything that I want to do. So one day, hopefully, I want to run a department or maybe start my own practice. You never know. I'm also very open to the corporate side. A lot of law students choose to get admitted and then go corporate. It is interesting for me. Maybe I think it will help me in terms of understanding corporate law better. So I'm very open-minded. I see a big ocean and I just want to swim.
Right. Yeah, black men don't swim, but you know what? When it's 2024, everybody swims.
Let's
go back into first of all, why law? Why did you get the bite from Suits like everybody else that I know?
No, it's funny because I actually never watched Suits. I never watched what's the other one, How to Get Away with Murder.
Yeah.
I was watching a lot of crime dramas like The Sopranos, where it's about the criminals, funny enough. And Breaking Bad, stuff like that. But it wasn't that. But it was more of I got into university. I did a BA, and with a BA, I think it's a good thing because you actually, while you're studying, you get to decide what you want to do. So I could have done psychology, politics, law, but I felt like I could make a real impact on my community and society, and really build myself with law. And I felt like I can do this thing. I kind of get what they want from me. Yeah. So I went with law, and I have during my studies, I had a passion for it. I had all these dreams, but I have to be honest. When you come out to the real world, it's a little, not a little, to be honest. It's very different. It's higher stakes. It's people's life. It's not just, you're not dealing with just a pen and a paper like an exam. It's human beings' emotions. So I get to be exposed to that side of it in terms of being emotionally intelligent, which is something I have to learn. And so yeah, it's always like you learn every day. So the reason why I did that is also because you deal with so many different things. So I get to learn a little bit about engineering the other day and this other matter, stuff about like guns, ballistics. It's pretty cool stuff, and I like that stuff.
Cool. All right. So you grew up in Utenake, a very big city there in the Eastern Cape.
Yes, yes, yes.
Specifically in Utenake, a lot of guys that live in the places like Kwanabuhle, Walanga, they a lot of nicknames. In the hood, you get a nickname. 150% guaranteed. If you live in the township, you're gonna have a nickname. So, what was your nickname when you were growing up?
Oh, yeah. Oh, when I got to Muir, I think it was like grade 4. On the first day, I got a nickname, which I went throughout my Muir career, even to varsity. It was Speedy. It was something to do on how quickly I finished up. Yeah, then speed I get back up by. You know how it is. You know how it is.
Nice.
Yeah, so I grew up in Kwanabuhle. Most of my Muir career I was in Kwanabuhle.
Yeah.
And then I had another nickname there, which, to be honest, I came up with that nickname. I thought it was cool back then. Yeah, I'm that guy. I'm one of those guys. I really wanted to fit in because you know that thing, like when you're in the hood, right? But you go to Muir, it's like, we bust it down. So I wanted to fit in with the culture. So I gave myself what's a Stungero or something like that, and it actually stuck. But you never hear it where I'm at now. Like no one, if someone says that, I know where I know you from.
No one will be represented by Stungero.
You know what I mean? So it's one of those. It's in the past, but it's part of me. You know.
Okay, cool. So let's get back to Muir College, right? I know Muir College, because there's brilliant teachers that sort of shape us into the gentlemen that we are today. But now I want to know, right? There's always that one teacher at school that everybody is scared of. So I want to know, who was the scariest teacher at Muir?
It was Mr. Francis. It was Mr. Like, that's not even a question. Like,
generations of everybody being scared of him.
Like, he used to wear his sunglasses, and then like when he wants to find out what happened, and then he would just take them off, and now you there. It feels like he's looking into your soul. You had to explain.
Yeah.
But it was Mr. Francis. And in primary school, it was Mrs. Hartley, to be honest, because like in primary school, you don't really get to interact with Mr. Francis unless you're in headmasters, But I would say Mr. Francis. But Mrs. Hartley, I think she had that thing where she was also a math teacher, so everything had to be straight, So, but yeah, I would say so.
Mr. Francis. Okay. So we're gonna keep
Mr.
score.
Francis, but he was very sometimes.
I think I'm gonna keep score of who was the scariest teacher at school. So I think Mr. Francis gets 1 point. I'm gonna add these scores up just to see who everybody thinks is the scariest teacher. So moving right along, have you participated in any reunions? I know that this year was your 10-year reunion. So you went back to the school, obviously, as the group that finished 10 years. How was that experience for you?
Yo, it was so great. Like, I felt so at home, with the old boys. Like some of them, like I don't think I was at Muir when they were at Muir, but like the way the unity, bro, it was dope. It was like I was there like from the dinner, the assembly, and seeing the school. Like honestly, like as all boys, we sometimes get stick for we say, no, what happened to this? back when I was there, it was like
Yeah,
this,
yeah,
you know.
yeah,
And
yeah,
I did feel like that at times
yeah.
when I went to watch the rugby. But honestly, like, you know, you have to adapt sometimes, and like the school is adapting, and we're trying to adapt to the situation, which is good. And so, but being there and seeing the teachers, seeing Mr. Francis there, Mr. Chenery, Mr. Hopley, and the boys singing the rugby,
It was
it
nice.
was like it's a highlight of my year, I have to
Yeah,
say.
yeah. Okay, so I want to play a quick game with you. Okay, just to break the
Yeah.
ice. Well, we've already broken the ice, but just to get things a little bit interesting. So I've got one must go, the sports edition, right? Um, and very controversial, but it is what it is. I know that the Springboks lost to Argentina, and everybody is just having a crazy time. So let me throw the cat amongst the pigeons. Manila Bork or Sasha Feinberg Ngomezulu, one must go quickly.
I think money. I'm
Why?
sorry.
One must money
My,
go.
like I know what he can do. Because he's not consistent in terms of points, and you know how we play. Yes, we're playing a little more expensive now,
Mm,
wide, but we always gotta get points. We
okay,
always gotta. And Sasha, he was kicking 50, 60-meter kicks. He's showing something, you know. But maybe money will come back. We never
okay,
know. Like,
cool.
you
Let's
know,
go to football. Messi versus Ronaldo. Let's see. It's a tough one.
you know, it's a tough one because I say in terms of like God-given football talent,
Uh-uh.
Messi, but in terms
No,
of a
no,
hard
not in
work
terms.
athlete.
Messi versus Ronaldo. So we can move on.
Okay, Messi.
Okay, cool. All right. And then finally, Man United versus Man City.
I hate them both. I'm an Arsenal fan,
If you
so
had to choose,
both.
they must both
Which
go.
one has to go? I think City, because yeah, City they're a problem. How many times have you finished second? So City, because like United's not really a problem.
Yeah.
If you're a
Oh,
United
okay.
fan, I'm
All
sorry.
right. Okay, United fans. It's not my fault. It's not my fault.
Okay.
Right. So going back to school, I got two more questions for you. Okay. The first one is a very important one, and it's a question that I think really defines what Muir College is all about and what boys' schools are all about. So I want to know from you, in your words, how has the school crafted you into the man that you are today?
Yo, in a massive way, like massive, massive. Like you don't see it until you interact with other human, not other human beings, of course, but like with other people from other kind of schools, and you know, like in terms of like, you know, we it's like a cliche almost, like tradition, you know, discipline, the way you address people, the way you dress, respect, you know, like I was like in Tuts. Tuts is like Tuts in university are usually run by like other students, maybe third years. I
Yeah.
was a first year saying sir to a guy that I might see later on a Friday night, you know. So like it's like respect and like just because being articulate is very important in society, being
Yeah.
able to articulate your needs and also being empathetic, respect, you know. I think Mio has given me tools to go out in the world and be proud, but yet being able to be um, like also humble in terms of like understanding people, and we're trying to build a team with everyone I interact with in positive ways. Teamwork, unity. That's what, like when I work in any kind of context, like taking responsibility. Like you know a lot about being responsible, which is key, and taking accountability, honesty, um these things like they built in you as a murite. I think by the time you come out, you treat it as a norm, but you will see how other people's react. Like I can tell you a short story where I was still a kid. I went to the doctor, and I wasn't in my uniform. I was off sick at school, off sick. I was absent. Work, you know. But the doctor, once I was in his office, he asked me, "Oh, you went to Muir, right?" I was like, "Yes, sir. How did you know?" And he's like, "Because when I walked into a room, you stood up, because it's a Muir thing, it's a respect. But even now, when someone walks into a boardroom, I stand up. Like, it's it's really key. I think the culture that's there really affects people in a positive way, and you have to use it.
All right. So my final question to you is, would you rather impart a bit of encouragement to the boys at the past that are part of the old Murite Union? What would you like? Because you're from the newer generation, so you guys are more in tune with what's going on right now. So, what words of wisdom from the wiser?
So these words are for the older Murites.
Yes.
What
Maybe they could also
honestly,
apply to
like,
the younger guys.
yeah. Like, I think um just it's like it's tough in life.
Yes.
You learn that the older you get, Um, I think if I could give any wise words to older Murites or even younger Murites, it's like life always has like the challenges. Like, life is a gift, whatever religion you subscribe to.
Yeah.
Life is a gift, and with that gift comes suffering,
Mm.
right? But you have to be grateful even for the suffering, because it makes you stronger. If you come out of that,
True.
you only learn when you lose, or you take an L, as the kids say today. The L stands for lesson. You can,
Take an L.
but like, just it's like my lesson is like what I've been learning. So you're never gonna learn and be finished learning. You always have to try and always learn from every single situation, and it's like just try your best and understand that bad things are bad, so that when times are good, they're really good. Otherwise, if it wasn't for the bad things, it was just good times, they wouldn't be so special.
Ooh.
So try to be positive.
All right. Sipio, let me let you go. It was very nice talking to you.
I just want to say, I just want to mention one more thing about
Okay.
Mr. Francis. Even though he was one of the scariest teachers, in terms of, because he was a head of discipline.
Yeah.
But he was always usually very kind enough to provide boys with coffee.
Oh, okay. All right, man. It was nice catching up with you.
Okay,
And, hope you
okay, thanks for having me.
well with your exams. I'm sure you've got a couple of exams to go until you admit it. I'm sure you're gonna
Yeah,
admit it one day, very soon, into being it's not a candidate attorney. What is it called? Is it an attorney? Yeah, it's an attorney where you're going to start practice.
yeah.
All right. Cool, my man.
Thank you very much.
Cheers.
Okay, thanks for having me. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
You too.
Cheers.
Cheers. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that was Siphesihle January, our candidate attorney right there. That is it for today's interview, and I'll see you guys in the next interview. But before I go, please don't forget, guys, to follow us on our social media pages. You can go onto Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, and onto YouTube, where you will be able to like and follow, so that you are able to get notifications every time we have new episodes up on the channel. So from your host, Mneto Machele, from the great Kruger National Park, I'll see you guys on the next episode. Cheers.